What is going on, everybody? It's Sean O'Connell, the managing director here at CinemaBlend, and we have made it all the way to episode 10 of season 5. I cannot believe we've made it all the way through the 5th season of Game of Thrones. It means we only have 2 seasons to get through before we get to the premiere of season 8. And I know so many of you guys down in the comments have questioned whether we're going to get there, and then an equal amount of you guys have defended the fact that we are on a good pace and we're going to make it, and I trust my editors, and I trust that I have the power and time and energy to get there. So we got to go right into this. Season 5, episode 10. So many major things still left to come to conclusion. We'll see how many things get resolved in the finale of episode 10, in the finale of season 5. And a lot of times the last episodes of the season set up the threads for part 6 or season 6. I know everyone's sort of made fun of me because I'm always looking for Bran. I guess Bran doesn't show up in this season at all. Maybe finally we'll get a look at what he's been up to. And just a ton of other threads that need to get resolved. So you guys know the drill by now. Go down, hit subscribe, turn on your notifications. As soon as we drop the new reaction video to the latest Game of Thrones episode, you guys will be told about it. And I've already sort of made note of this, but some people have been asking, am I going to keep doing this for season 8? Absolutely. I mean, I didn't come this far to not ride the reaction train all the way through to the end. So you guys have joined me on this entire journey. We're doing 8 together. Believe me. So stay here, subscribe. And for now, we'll dive right into the final episode of season 5 called Mother's Mercy. Danny, are you going to win me over by the end of this season?
The Lord has shown me Bolton banners burning. You will receive what is yours by right.
Ooh. Stannis is done with your nonsense, Red Witch.
Tell me.
The men. Many deserted before dawn.
How many?
Nearly half.
Oh,
All the sell swords with all the horses.
burn your daughter and that happens. Oh, man. You went too far, Stannis.
Cut her down.
You apparently went too far to win this war.
The Lady Melisandre was just seen riding out of camp.
She got out of Dodge. Looking good, Stannis, looking good.
Get the men into marching formation. On to Winterfell.
This is feeling like Stannis' last stand.
Gilly stays here, then she'll die. And the baby that she named after me will die. And I'll end up dying too, trying to protect them. Which means that the last thing I'll see in this world will be the look in her eyes when I fail them. Thank you.
You know at the Citadel they'll make you swear off women too.
Oh, they'll bloody try. I'll come back.
To your return.
To my return.
Quite often we come to a conflict like this and I'm not quite sure who I root for, but I am rooting against the Boltons. I hate the Boltons, man. Hate them. They do not belong in Winterfell. Not that Stannis is leader extraordinaire, but damn, the Boltons are terrible people. I thought she was going to use that to stab somebody.
Stannis Baratheon is coming. His whole army.
How do you know it's Stannis?
He's carrying his flaming heart banners.
She put the candle up there? Of course. She leaves right there. Oh, it's gonna get lit right now. Ah! This show. Oh boy, here we go. That look. That look, he knows. He lost before it started. Dude. Oh, is that half a dude?
I'm Brienne of Tarth. I was Kingsguard to Renly Baratheon.
Oh, that's right. A shadow with your face on it came into the tent.
I was there when he was murdered by a shadow with your face.
That's what I said.
You murdered him? with blood magic.
I did.
I, Brienne of Tarth, sentence you to die.
This how Stannis goes out?
Go and do your duty.
Oh. Sansa, run. Sansa, get out of there.
My lady, I've come to escort you back to your chamber.
Go with her. Please.
If I'm going to die, let it happen while there's still some of me left.
Let's begin.
Stop! Stop!
Oh! Theon's back. Go now. They can jump. Sometimes this show is actually difficult to watch. Oh God, he broke it.
I can see I have my work cut out for me.
Oh God, this piece of shit. Oh, oh. Oh, his eyes. Oh, Arya.
You were the first person on my list, you know. Syrio Farrell, remember him?
That man's life was not yours to take. Now a debt is owed.
No! No! No, you don't die!
He was no one.
What
But
is...
you're...
What?
Just as a girl should have been before she took a face from the hole.
Sometimes this subplot loses me.
I can't see! What's happening?
I wish you all the happiness in the world. I know.
Incest, baby.
About you and Mother. I think a part of me always knew.
Wow.
And I'm glad. I'm glad that you're my father.
Aw, Jamie. Still weird. Sorry. Sweet, very sweet. Oh no, no, no. They poisoned her?
Marcella?
Oh, that's why we saw the whole bronze.
Marcella?
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Marcella?
Oh, it was the kiss. It was the kiss. Oh man. It's gonna be a war on Dorne now. Cersei, how many children are you gonna lose?
Hello, old friend.
Oh!
I thought we were so happy together until you abandoned me. They tell me you've already found favor with the Mother of Dragons.
Now the heroes are off to find her, and I'm stuck here, trying to placate a city on the brink of civil war.
Who could possibly have any experience managing such a massive, ungainly beast?
I did miss you.
Oh, I know.
Where'd you ride off to? Alright, who are these guys? More slaves for Dane to liberate.
Once I've confessed, will I be free?
Your Grace will be dealt with according to her sins.
I lay with a man outside the bonds of marriage. I confess.
Name him.
Lancel Lannister.
Lancel Lannister.
Oh!
Your cousin. And the King's squire. In light of this, I will permit you to return to the Red Keep.
Thank you. Thank you.
After your atonement.
My atonement.
I will never forget that you empowered these people. Oh. I will not feel bad for Cersei Lannister. I will not feel bad for Cersei Lannister. Oh my god. Oh my gosh, she gotta walk all the way back home.
Shame. Shame.
She is gonna use every ounce of power she has to destroy all you.
Shame.
Still so far away.
Grace, may I have the honor of presenting the newest member of the King's Guard?
Zombie Mountain. Use Zombie Mountain to get them all.
He has sworn that he will not speak until all his Grace's enemies are dead and the evil has been driven from the realm.
Shooing the princess.
Oh, I told Stannis to burn her to death. Sorry, Davos. The Red Woman is a hoax.
Lord Commander, it's one of the wildlings you brought back. Says he knows your Uncle Benjen. Says he's still alive. Said he knows where to find him.
Ooh, shoot, Jon Snow. Oh, Jon. Oh, Jon!
For the watch.
Oh, Jon.
For the watch.
Oh, for the watch.
For the watch. For the watch.
There's no way Jon Snow dies. You are the worst, Ollie.
For the watch.
All right. I mean, the reality is that this show can be really difficult to watch sometimes. Even at its lowest, it does some truly difficult things. And Cersei's atonement for confessing to sleeping with Lancel Lannister, her cousin, seemed like it lasted forever. And listen, again, I said it. I'm not going to feel bad for Cersei Lannister. She's made horrible decisions, and she's not like Tyrion, and she's not even like Jaime, who have swung me back in another direction on her side. She's a monster, true and true, but like no human being deserves what she had to go through. And I think they're setting up season 6 to be Cersei on a vengeance path against not just the High Sparrow and all of his followers, but everybody in King's Landing. Lena Headey was brilliant. I don't know if she won an Emmy for that, but that was a tremendous performance. Here's where one of the things about the watch through Game of Thrones as a first timer is difficult. I don't believe Jon Snow's dead for this reason. I remember when he died that the headline about whether he was actually dead was prevalent. And so while I didn't pay attention to any of that because I wasn't watching Game of Thrones at the time, I'm pretty sure it's a pretty big thing about Jon not being dead, or it's a bait and switch. And so we'll figure out. We're going to go into season 6 right away. They blame Jon for siding with the wildlings, and I understand that. Especially Ollie blames Jon for the death of his parents, but Jon has seen the bigger picture. Jon has been to Hardhome and has seen the devastation that's coming, north of the Wall. And so this happens often. People make decisions in haste, and it ends up costing them. And I'm afraid the Night's Watch, they think they're getting back at Jon for this, but it's going to cost them in the long run. We caught up with Dany briefly after she rode her dragon away, and she's landed someplace else, and she ends up being surrounded by troops, warriors. I'm not quite sure who that was. Tyrion's left in charge of Meereen with Grey Worm and Missandre, and that's an interesting setup for season 6. But he gets Varys back at his side, and I like the two of them being back together. That's a good reunion. Stannis leaves the game. Stannis is out of the game, and he not only is he removed from the game completely, but killed by Brienne of Tarth. We assume. I didn't see an actual death, but that would be a real cop-out. Reek turns back to Theon briefly and kills Miranda in the process in a pretty brutal death. So Theon and Sansa jump from a high wall, which you would think would kill them, but I doubt that that's the way that those two characters go out, but we'll find out in season 6. Arya makes her first real vengeance kill, And that was a vicious, vicious scene. But I'm losing track of exactly what's going on with that whole storyline with the faces. Like, how can you be no one? What's the power there? The removal of the faces, who she is and who she isn't. And then by the end of the segment where they're setting up where Arya is, she's going blind. So more confusion in Braavos than anything else. And I'm starting to get to the point where I need some answers, especially because if the show's not going to give me anything with Bran in season 5, what's happening with Arya? What powers is she gaining? What are the faces? They're like Mission Impossible mask rips at this point. A lot of people in different places by the time we get into season 6. Sam and Gilly on their own. Stannis out of the game. Theon and Sansa sort of reunited and on the run. Arya blinded. Tyrion in charge of Meereen. And then most importantly, Jon Snow left dead. Although because of just a passing knowledge of Jon Snow and pop culture, I have to believe that he's not. So let's find out what happens. Let's get right to Season 6, Episode 1, which is the next reaction video that we will post here on the channel. Again, go down, hit subscribe, turn on your notifications. I will be here to guide you guys all the way through Season 6 and Season 7. And yes, we're going to get it done before we get to the beginning of Season 8. So tag along with me, won't you? I'll see you soon back here at CinemaBlend's YouTube page.